Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Yes, indeed, a brand new day. Something we cannot avoid. Depending on your viewpoint, either the future is a fixed point and we are racing toward it, or you figure we are stuck in time and the future is flowing toward us. These are actual two of the major viewpoints of human beings about time. You either view us as fixed with the future flowing toward us, or the future is fixed and we are flowing toward it. And that changes your viewpoint on everything. Take a look at who you are. Thumbs up for that. And for the Shelton, Washington weather report last night when I went out on walkies, it was not raining. Yay! Nor was it very cold. In fact, I was overly warm. Yay. Right now, the sun is, in most parts of Shelton it's up, but I live in southern Shelton where it's hilly and mountainy, and so it's still moderately dark looking through the window. If you went outside, it would be light, but from looking in a room like this outside, it's darkish out there, but still. I can't tell you if it's going to rain. Every time I get it wrong. Yesterday, it looked like this. Was bright and shiny, and then 10, 11 o'clock, it was raining. It rained for a while, and then it stopped raining, so thumbs up for that. And I'm a little out of breath. I'm not breathing properly this morning. Yay. My lower abdomen is such that I'm not sure what's going on, but it's harder to breathe deeply. And so when you talk a lot especially, you're not breathing properly, and I'm finding myself very out of breath this morning. Thumbs up for that. Then I have been racing up and down stairs and doing stuff today, so yay. But, of course, and I'm sorry if this bores people, but thank you very, very much for coming along with me on this journey of exploration. I talk about, in my vlogging, the things that really affect my life. And I've been a talker my whole life, so I've got to talk stuff out. It's like a bowel obstruction if I don't. If you do not take care of a bowel obstruction, you will die. Well, I won't die if I don't talk, but it's the same thing. If I can't talk, things get stuck and blocked up here, and then I just don't function properly. So thank you again for coming along with me on this journey of exploration. It is greatly appreciated. But back to what I'm going to talk about, because it's affecting me so much, my ADHD meds. Now, yesterday, I talked about how the way I felt about them, I was more willing to just not have them at all than to feel the world being taken away from me. Because right now, until I can talk to my med manager, and this is just, it's a problem in that you have to start low and work your way up. For safety's sake, you start low and you work your way up. That's what you do, medical profession. You don't start up high and then bring it down. People can die that way. You start low, you bring it up. So we're in the process. The process is slow. It happens. Now, yesterday I was talking about how I just did not like the feeling. I'm only prescribed to take 20 milligrams a day of methylphenidate hydrochloride. That's the generic name of med. 20 milligrams all at once is just enough to give me a little bit of focus, a little bit of concentration. And I can think, and I can remember things. It feels like for the first time, I can see. Like I can get up out of a wheelchair and walk. Like I've realized that part of my body is now functioning properly and I'm getting close to functioning like a human being. And then when it wears off, it's all taken away. I'm blind again. I'm sitting in that wheelchair. I've lost that part of me. It's been hacked away. It is horrific, nightmarish, and I will not torture myself that way again because it's horrible. But taking it in smaller doses does not give me the concentration. In fact, generally what it does is just gives me enough concentration to focus on the fact that I can't concentrate. It makes me hyper aware of how flighty I am without giving me the opportunity to do anything about it. So that's kind of a horrific feeling too. Like the past couple days, I've still been taking just the smaller doses. It's a bad day by the end of the day because I am still flighty and aware that I'm flighty, but unable to change the flightiness. But even though it leaves me feeling frustrated and unhappy toward the end of the day, think of it this way, figuratively, metaphorically. When I take at least 20 milligrams, and like I said, I need to take more, but for safety's sake, this drug is, you can only take so much safely in a day, and so we're going to have to mix it with this other thing, I think. But, metaphorically, taking at least 20 milligrams is like I'm being taken into the cockpit of an aircraft, and I'm allowed to sit in the seat, and I can control how my life is going momentarily. Not a lot of control. Not a ton of choices to make. But I've got some control. I don't have that when I take the smaller amounts. I'm allowed to walk into the cockpit. I can reach out and I can touch the fabric that covers like the seat and touch the material that is the controls, but I can't do anything more. Being allowed to see the controls and to touch the fabric is a better feeling than not even being allowed into the cockpit. It shows me that there's hope. Being aware of it and knowing that there's a change and it's coming. Yeah, it's frustrating, it's painful, but being able to touch the fabric is nice. And so yeah, I started off today with some methylphenidate hydrochloride. What I'm doing, since just the smaller amount doesn't really do the trick, I take 10 milligrams to start off with. About halfway through it, I take half of my other tablet. And then at the end of that time, I take the other half. That does not allow me to reach the point of control. But when I'm ushered out of the cockpit so I can't even touch the fabric anymore, it's not a quick, they body tackle me and drag me back to my seat like when the 20 milligrams wears off. This is more of a, okay, let's move you back a little bit. Here, would you like a soft drink? Okay, you're in the door now. We're going to be shutting the door soon. Okay, we're shutting the door. You can get close and you can watch as it shuts. Okay, it's closed. Let's walk you back to your seat now. It is a much more gentle withdrawal of ability than just having it hacked off immediately as the stuff wears off. That part sucks. The slow withdrawal, painful, but I can deal with it. So, I have not stopped it because it hurts to stop it, not physically. I am not any sort of dependent on this thing physically. It's here. Being able to be in the cockpit to reach out and touch the fabric is so much better than just being stuck in the passenger seat. So yeah, even these small amounts that aren't doing much more than just torturing me, because yeah, it's a form of psychological torture, at least there's the hope and promise of the future in it. I'm not just a passenger at the whims of fate. I'm almost there. So yeah, still taking it, even though it is very suboptimal right now. But there's hope and it's good. So as much as I whine and bitch and moan about it, I'm a human being. I talk about this in my vlogging and such like that. I'm a human being. I'm contrary. I'm backwards. I think I'm rational and logical, but that only just means I'm fooling myself. We're human beings. We are backwards, contrary. We believe things that are just ridiculous in the face of overwhelming evidence. If you think you're logical, you're just fooling yourself. And that's okay. It's okay. We're human beings. We're crazed. I'm amazed that we've done as much as we have. I mean, just the simple fact. I mean, think of how many white lies you tell, like, people. And then extrapolate that because everybody does it. And a lot of people don't just stick to minor stuff. There's big lies that people tell just because they could. So take a look at civilization. Any testing, any answers we come up with is amazing because even though it's a TV show, you know, it's still based on people's views of the world, the writers of the TV show. But for House, when the main character said, everybody lies. Unfortunately, it's true. Everybody lies. I mean, even now, I'm engaging in a form of lying. I have to be as honest as possible because of my sobriety. If I lie to other people, then I'm going to start lying to myself. If I lie to myself, I'm going to start drinking. If I start drinking, I'm going to die. So I try to be as honest as possible. But even I engage in a form of lying because as much as I am me in front of the camera here, I'm not really me. My wife did not like me to swear. And so even though she's been gone for almost 7 years, I don't swear on camera. Part of it, of course, YouTube, but part of it is just, even though they've discovered that people who do swear and swear frequently generally are more creative, have higher IQs, that sort of thing. And IQ just measures how you're doing at the time. There's a lot of eugenics and racism in the IQ tests, so take those with a grain of salt. But it's just, I'll try to remember what I'm talking about now. Oh, this is the really unfortunate part. I hate forgetting stuff, and I still forget stuff all the time. Not as much, but I don't have that control. I'm only in the cockpit touching the fabric of the controls right now. I'm not in control. So try to remember what I was talking about. Lying, people lie, yes. And so when I'm not on camera, I don't swear a ton, depending on who I'm with, but I do. So that's a form of lying, presenting myself as if I don't. When, while I don't do it excessively, before I got married, I swore like a sailor. It was nasty. And then just the longer I was married and the more my wife made it clear she didn't enjoy it, the less I did. And now, out of deference to her, I try not to, which again means that when I'm just out on my own walkies, or I'm just doing stuff and talking to my hamsters or my cat, or I drop something, or like that, there's expletives, there's swearing, it gets rough. I've got some favorite phrases that I'm not going to use, but they are very violent as well as being very sexual, so yay. Not against anyone else. Generally, it's like a forced engaged sexual activity with a running chainsaw. That sort of stuff. Thumbs up for that. So yeah, I mean, we all lie. Just varying forms. I do have some stuff written down on the side of the list. One day, I need to make a whole video just talking about my cosmic horrors. I mean, because of my ADHD, I have spent years working intermittently and just talking about it on the vlogging here. So if you're fairly new, and even if you're not, I mean, if you're new, you probably wonder what the hell I'm talking about when I start mentioning my cosmic horror stuff. And if you have been hearing me talk about it, it's been so intermittent in such a long period, I imagine everyone's forgotten it. So it's like, what the hell is he talking about? I need to make a whole video just about the cosmic horror stuff. There's a whole bunch of cosmic horror stuff. I want to talk about these non-fungible tokens that are really big right now. And also, one thing I want to talk about, but still haven't been able to, I've got it written down on the list, is Jeff Buckley, Leonard Cohen, and the song Hallelujah. Because it's really tragic. But I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people, depending on how many people left comments, that have left comments in the past 24 hours. I'm not reading the comments right now. Except accidentally. I have very good peripheral vision. No, so I'm just thanking people for having left a comment. Good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment. You took the time, you expended the calories. Thank you very much. If I mispronounce a username, and likely I will, my sincere apologies. I'm an American English speaker, and even though I count in American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibromyalgia, ADHD, mourning, and more, I'm sometimes lucky I remember what my own name is. And while I haven't forgotten my name, actually, I have forgotten the name of my children, so yay on that. We have Will, thumbs up and thank you. Superior Customer 2.0, the best kind of customer. The Shawshank Shanker. Somebody needs to get shanked. Not you. I'm just saying, in the population, a certain number of people should be shanked. And then we have Ricky Bettini with a daily reminder to live every day to its fullest. And Colin Reisenauer, thumbs up. Sol Bentley, greatly appreciated. Iceberg 6901, thumbs up. LEUMASNIRAT, thumbs up and thank you. Perfect Tragedy, greatly appreciated. And good to see you from Facebook. Young Mayhem, thumbs up. Nando Rice Cerruti, did I already thank you? Or did I just mispronounce your names so horribly that it just feels like it? Thank you very, very much. Miles Ray, greatly appreciated. We have Heather Waugh, WAUGH, thumbs up. Beatrice, with, unfortunately, just lost a bunny. And bunnies are nice. They are good pets, take a lot of work. So it's, I'm very sorry. Jackie Whalen, thumbs up. Christopher Thomas, greatly appreciated. Or would that be 10? Is that 9 I had done? I can't even remember where I am. So, Lopsided Lollipop, thumbs up. Melissa Ramirez, greatly appreciated. I have no ideas where I am anymore. So, Tracy Denner, greatly appreciated. Bob Lewis Landford, thumbs up. Bullcrap TV. Yeah, being hyper-focused on being unable to focus. It is a rough feeling. Ice Damon, greatly appreciated. Muiso, MUISEO, thumbs up. Motivated Hashtronaut, greatly appreciated. We have KH Mixer X, thumbs up. Rocco Conzio, greatly appreciated. And again, I have no ideas how many people I actually thank. That counting, no clue. By that point, I was just moving my hands because I could. But thank you all, each and every one of you, no matter how many of you I thank. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, if only in text. And that is definitely a thumbs up. Thank you all so very, very much. And if you could, check out my various links down below. I have Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com. If you could become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. Definitely thank you. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money through the patronage, I have a PayPal link down below. If you'd like to help me out without sending money, I have an Amazon wish list link as well, with things like cat food, hamster bedding, silly things, not silly things. If you could check it out, that would be very, very cool. Do not feel entitled. You wouldn't feel entitled. Do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart, where I draw interest. Thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. And of course, if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, that would be very, very cool. Thank you so very, very much. It is appreciated, each and every one of you. And of course, the horse head of encouragement, even though it is wearing the grand and terrifying lobster hat. it still wishes the very best for each and every one of us. We have, as a species, the potential to be devils and angels. And the horsehead of encouragement wishes the best for all of us and hopes that we will all be angels. And of course, Black Lives Matter and end Asian hate. Good Lord, people. Good Lord, we're all human. And during these hard times, try to stay as safe and creative as you possibly can. That would be a very good thing. So, if you don't have to go out, please don't go out. If you do, wear a mask, wash your hands, try not to touch your face, maintain your social distancing. You really, really, really don't want to get this. It's not the flu. It's much more fatal than you think. And even if it's not, there are lifelong complications from it. Be careful, please. So, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is a very good thing.